Hello everyone, today I'm going to bring you a tutorial on how to build a cinder block. Then it's divided into several parts, including hands, feet, eyes, hat, and the main body. And then we have this line in 3 colors. This is Mo's 4-strand milk cotton. This line is, respectively, color 01, color 31, and number 34, those 3 colors. And then we'll start with the main body of it, and we'll hook it up. Come on, we're using the black line for the main body. The black thread is looped and crocheted, and I'm using a 1.8 millimeter crochet hook. 1.8 millimeter crochet hook, then here it is. Circular starter from this little thumb strap line. Bring it to your index finger, then wrap it around your middle finger. What happens after you go around? Thumb and this ring finger pinch this. Thread, the crochet hook takes the thread from here. Then wind the wire. Lock a needle in place. And then this line, we control the size of the circle, and this controls the size of the circle. And then we're going to go in here, and we're going to give him 6 short stitches, and we're going to crochet one of these. The cross stitch is from the top of the line. Bring the line out. Here. Then wind the wire. Carry over 2 coils. That's a good shot. Got a good shot. I've got a stitch. It's a little microchip. And then we'll crochet the tape. The line is out. So yeah, like this. There's a second shot. Okay, bring the wire. Bring the wire around 2 coils and 3 stitches. How will be up in total? 6 needles, 4 needles. 5 needle acupuncture. 6 stitches, okay. 6 stitches, 6 stitches up after the sisters. We put this short thread at this short. Give him a tug from here. Tighten this short wire here, adjust it, and tug it again, tighten it. If it's tight on the first lap, it's tight. If it's not tight on the first lap, I'm telling you. I can't get it tight enough on the second lap. And then after we tighten it, we find the first stitch. Find the first stitch, and then come and put this thread on top of the crochet hook, and then the crochet hook comes out with the thread. Okay, right through the back of this coil. Then lock one up. Here. Pull, pull. Tighten up and lock another stitch. Okay. After locking 1 stitch, then this 5 stitches and this 6 stitches, we'll start the second loop, and then we'll hook 2 short stitches in each stitch. Come on. Starting with this drawn stitch hook, the first needle to crochet with thread out. Bring it through 2 loops and then enter the needle on the same stitch. Crochet hook with threads, and then wrap the threads around and over 2 threads. Here's the first stitch already hooked. And then we're hooking 2 short stitches for every stitch. Hook 2 short stitches. The pattern of the circle is 6 extra pins. And then we're going around in circles. Sure, 2 stitches, 12 short. Needle, come on. 7, 8, okay, 9. There's still 1 last stitch left after 10 stitches. Last shot. Don't worry about it if you've got a few loops of this line. And what happened to him? 11, the good 12. After the 12 short stitches have been hooked, come and find the first stitch here. Pull the thread directly through the back of the loop. Pull the thread with the crochet hook and then lock it in place. We can cut the thread behind the needle. Here it is. Secondly, the circles are done, and then we'll go on to the 3rd circle. On the 3rd loop, we're adding a stitch every other stitch. Intermittent, the first stitch, we always start the first stitch in the lead stitch. After that, here's a shot. A short stitch, and then the second stitch will have an extra stitch. Add a needle is a needle inside the hook, 2 short stitches out. So a short needle, add needle. So around a group of, and then we're going to hook up 6 sets, and the pattern is 1 short stitch, 1 short stitch, and 6 additional stitches. After that, and for this lap, we have a total of 18 stitches, Come to the table, i.e. a short pin, 1 short stitch of added stitches. A short pin, 1 short stitch of added stitches. Short needles. This is an extra needle. There's one last group left. The last group. It's also a short stitch in the front, an extra stitch in the back, and on the last stitch we have a short extra stitch. Okay, and then you find the first stitch here. Bring it over here. Drawing over. Come and bring it in this thread, then lock a stitch. After the lock stitch, we'll make the 3rd loop, and after the 3rd loop, we'll move on to the 4th loop, and then we'll move on to the 4th loop. Lap 4, we are. Every 2 stitches, add a stitch. Every 2 stitches, add a stitch. Then the first stitch is still drawn inside the stitch to start the first good needle, a short one. And then when we add a stitch 2 stitches apart, we're going to stagger the 2 short stitches on either side of the draw. And then on the 2nd stitch, we're going to hook a short stitch into the draw. And then we're going to hook a short stitch into the draw. All right, a short stitch with an extra stitch. And then on the back, it's 2 short stitches, 1 extra stitch, 2 short stitches, 1 extra stitch. Come on, a short pin. 2 short stitches. Okay, here's a pin. The pattern for this loop is 2 short stitches and 1 extra stitch. And then this stitch must be hooked relatively well. Fullness, ladies, must be fuller, no holes. How do you get rid of the holes? The needles are fuller. The first coil. This coil can't be too loose. And then into the needle and out with the thread. What about this line? Slightly. This crochet hook is balanced like this. It's flat. It's not like that. It's not like that either. It's this flat slightly. What about the crocheted pie? A little bit of that. This one's slanted upward a bit. This one's flat. And then crochet. The wire is coming out. The stitches we hooked are full and even, no eyelets. That's the only way to get the eye of a needle. This kind of... The pattern of this loop is 2 short stitches, 1 extra stitch, 2 short stitches, 1 extra stitch, and then you can complete the loop on your own. The last stitch, we'll make sure it's a short one, finally. We'll finish the rest by ourselves. Okay, we're number 4 here. This is number 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, after the 4 circles of hooks to draw over the line, directly over the line. Okay, here we go. Just tugging on the line again, Then lock a stitch. That's the 4th loop. We're on to the 5th. And for the 5th loop, we'll add a stitch every 3 stitches. Start with a short stitch from inside the draw. Both short. Needle, 3 short stitches, then 1 short stitch, and here's the extra stitch. Give him 2 hooks in 1 stitch. And then the law of the circle, we are 3 short stitches, 1 extra stitch. 3 stitches plus 1. And then this time around, we're down to, 30. 30 short stitches, ladies. 30 short stitches. And then the 3 needle plus 1 needle thing. The method that everyone behind the home to complete it on their own. This 5th circle, we also hooked. 5th circle hooked after it is done. Let's continue to hook the 6th circle. The 6th circle, we are every 4 plus 1, every 4 plus 1. When it is, we put it or to add. Staggered to add stitches first. Hook 2 short stitches to a short needle. Both short. Then crochet a short stitch plus needle. Come on, here's a short stitch plus. And then the pattern is 4 short stitches, 1 extra stitch, and 1 short stitch. Okay, 2 short stitches. 3 short stitches, 4 short stitches. Then adding stitches to short needles. Okay, 4 more short stitches. San, she, an extra needle. The pattern of this circle, we are every 4 stitches plus 1 stitch, ladies every 4 stitches plus 1 stitch, and then we follow the pattern of every 4 stitches plus 1, and then we finish it by ourselves. The last 2 stitches were 2 short stitches. The 6th ring is hooked. We're done with the 6th loop, and we'll move on to the 7th, which will be every 5th loop. Enter the needle through the needle of the draw. Come on. 5 short stitches in a row. Sun, equal, share, partnership, etc. Here's a short stitch, and here's an extra stitch, and here's 2 short stitches and 1 stitch for him. Needle in the same stitch. Face, come on, back again. 5 short stitches, 1. Sun. Chi. 5 short stitches, 1 extra stitch, and here's the extra stitch. Good. The pattern of the circle is every 5 stitches plus 1. We'll do the rest on our own. Okay, here's the 6th loop, here's the 7th loop, and when the 7th loop is done, we're going to hook 5 plus 1, and then we're going to hook the 8th loop, and the 8th loop is going to be 6 plus 1 and 6 plus 1, and it's going to be from the very first stitch of the draw, and we're going to stagger the stitches, and then we're going to hook, and then we're going to hook 3 short stitches, and then we're going to hook 3 short stitches. One of the 2 best. Sun. Then here a short stitch of plus. Needle good behind is staggered. There's 3 short stitches behind the last hook. 3 short stitches here. That's still 6 short stitches on both sides. The pattern of this circle is to add 6 plus 1, 6 short stitches and 1 short stitch. And the pattern of the back is to add 6 short stitches and 1 short stitch. 3. She. 5. 6, and then a short stitch for an extra stitch. This one. Give him 2 short hooks on the face. And then the pattern of this loop is every 6 stitches, add a stitch, every 6 stitches, add a stitch. Come on, come on, come on. 3. She. 5. 6 good a short stitch of added stitches. I give him 2 short hooks in the same stitch. The needle is hooked. And then this circle, what's left of the back is left of the back. Every 6 stitches plus 1, follow this pattern and finish it by yourself. This is a good one. The 8th circle, we have also hooked, the tendon good hooked. That 8th circle hooked after it. We continue to crochet. The 9th circle. Then I give you the 9th to the 12th circle are not plus or minus 48 short stitches. That is a stitch inside it to give him a short hook, not plus or minus hook. This circle is 48 short stitches and then is not plus or minus hook. 4 circles of the 4 circles of that, not plus or minus 48 short stitches. Then, if you don't add or subtract anything, you can complete the 4 laps by yourselves. Just count them. Rounds 9 through 12, no more, no less. Just check the boxes. Yes, then. Next, go and finish it on your own.